This is came up high.
This is for a state record.
Let's go! Up!
Wize III says, how to work around injuries, steps to take if you're injured to maintain gains. So if you're injured, you're really probably not going to be able to maintain your gains in that area that is injured. So the first thing is do what it takes to get better. Do your physical therapy exercises, listen to your doctors, your physical therapist, and then when you get back to training, it's the exact same process as you did before, but you have a lower starting spot than you did when you weren't injured. So just progress from there. If you start to feel an irritation in that spot that is injured, don't push it. Don't ever get above like a 5 out of 10 on pain scale, and then just take it slowly. And injuries suck and they can be really hard to come back from. I've been fortunate to have not been injured in the 3 years that I've been training, but just know that you can get back to where you were and get better. A good example of this is Russell Orhe, Lane Norton. They've all had injuries and they've come back. So just be patient and you'll be okay. And focus on recovery as your main priority instead of maintaining gains, because if you recover, they will come back, as long as you can stay consistent and do not get hurt again. Wojtek Klos says, how does one find a good strength coach? I think this is an excellent question. I would mainly look at their qualifications, not necessarily how strong they are, because you can have some guys that are really strong, they don't really know what they're doing, or they aren't very great coaches. Like, there's a difference between a good athlete and a good coach. So word of mouth is a good way to do it. And then look at their qualifications. A degree is probably a good indicator. Also, in the accolades in their sport, how good are they? How strong are they? Are they where you would like to be? Kind of look at the whole picture, and then ask around to any people that have had him as their coach. Yeah, I mean, it's going to really depend. Like, some coaches are really good, but you're not going to gel with them just because of your personality. Coaching is a difficult skill. But yeah, those are my biggest advice with finding a strength coach. Eancummins says, which programs with training block is good to follow? There's no one magical program. I think the best thing to do is look at the principles of strength training. So the main ones are going to be specificity. Your training should be specific to the goal of getting stronger, have that, on the big three on squat, bench, and deadlift. It should incorporate fatigue management principles such as rest days, deloads, light sessions. It should include overload. The principle of overload, you should be trying to get stronger and stress your physiology in one way or another for adaptation to training. I think that if anybody really wants to know a little bit more about this, a really good resource is going to be Scientific Principles of Strength Training, written by Chad Wesley Smith and Dr. Mike Israetel. But yeah, just look at the principles of it's like once you understand what looks like with a good program. Like Juggernaut Training Systems has a really great video series on that. So yeah, look for the principles, and don't fall for the bullshit and anything. Anybody is trying to sell you a magical program, they're probably trying to sell you a load of dog shit, because there's no such thing. So yeah, because we all respond differently to each different training volumes. Like for example, I have super long arms, and like a deadlift isn't as fatiguing for me as like a squat is. Like for example, like squats fatigue me so much more than deadlift. Like it's just that's because of how I'm built. As somebody who has like really short arms but and really short legs, you know, they might not get as fatigued from a squat as I would. You know, might get more fatigued from a deadlift. So yeah, just look up principles, and you know, go from there. You know, there's no magical training program. Routhan says, what is your routine in regards to recovery? Literally, I think everybody's trying to look for magical ways or like more things that they can do. I think that's wrong. I think that the best thing to do is just to, number one, make sure you're not doing too much volume, so that you can actually recover. And then besides that, sleep, eat enough food, relax, Netflix and chill, stuff like that. Basically anything that puts your body in a relaxed parasympathetic state, you're probably recovering. Daniel Carlson asks, how strong should you be before your first meet? I don't think there's no prerequisite to strength. Every single powerlifting meet I've been to, it doesn't matter if you have 600 pounds on the barbell, if you have 300. People are just as hyped for you to hit that lift, and, you know, very, very, very supportive. So just sign up for your first meet. You'll never feel strong enough, but like sign up for your first meet. You won't regret it, and you'll at least have lit that match under yourself to actually do it. So that's my advice with that. Just sign up. There's no prerequisite to getting stronger. And the last question I'm going to ask, since this is getting kind of long, thanks for everybody who's watched up to this point. Nimrod NF asks, can I increase strength in a calorie deficit? The answer is yes, you can, but there are some conditions. You probably need to be more of a beginner lifter with not as much strength. I would prioritize having more carbohydrates throughout my training, really prioritizing that. And then you gotta be really on point with your recovery. So make sure that, you know, you're sleeping enough. Since when you're not in your calorie deficit, your ability to recover is just, you know, it's impaired. So just make sure that you're aware of that. Your volume that you can recover from is going to be lower. So also respect that. You won't get as strong just because you won't be in the optimal physiological state to get stronger, but you certainly can, as long as you're not super strong, or, you know, you approach it in a really, really smart way. So yeah, that's it for all of the questions. Thanks guys so much for watching. If any of you guys are interested in coaching, you know, shoot me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is AdamGPeeler. Subscribe to me on YouTube. I post content there daily. It's just Adam Peeler. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. Back to James.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes! Yes! Yes!